After further review, this is the Fantasy Football Blitz.
Do you know who I am?
Powered by whotostart.com.
Who the hell are you?
Whotostart.com.
Hello.
The Fantasy Football Blitz.
Who the business?
This is the Fantasy Football Blitz, powered by whotostart.com on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 104.5ESPN.com.
All right, Darren Tietkin's with us. We got a clean connection now. How are you, D?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Doing very well. Since we're short on time, let's see if we can dive right in. Again, whotostart.com is the website to get personalized fantasy football advice. Tonight, a lot of LSU fans looking forward to watching the game because with Gio Bernard out, Jeremy Hill looks like he'll be a feature back. What are you expecting tonight from Jeremy Hill? Who are some other guys to watch tonight?
Yeah, it's all about the running backs here tonight, looks like. Jeremy Hill looked really good last week, subbing in for Gio Bernard, another good matchup for him. So expect another 100 yards out of him and a couple touchdowns. On the other side of the ball with Cleveland, it looks like Terrence West is kind of slowly overtaking that starting job. Ben Tate just doesn't look up to snuff. So Terrence West is the guy to watch tonight.
The first email was from Jeff, who said, Darren, Ben Tate or Terrence West. So I think you just answered that. Let me grab another email. This one from Samuel, who asks, Darren, who to start? All right, he said, is Reggie Bush worth a start this week?
Yeah, if you're in a PPR league and you're looking for a flex play or a second wide or a running back, he's probably worth the play. Both him and Joique Bell should get about an equal amount of workload this week. So yeah, definitely worth a play.
Here's one from Corey. It says, who to start, Darren, Breeze or Roethlisberger?
Man, Big Ben's on an absolute tear, and obviously with a superb matchup against the Jets. I think the Jets give up the most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. But Drew Brees at home, I heard you talking about him right before I came on, and the Saints are going to look good at home against that San Francisco defense that just doesn't look like the same defense of old. So I would go with Brees, but just by a hair.
Here you go. Need one. Standard scoring. He's got Kelvin Benjamin, Golden Tate, and Odell Beckham. Who to start?
I think Benjamin's the play there just because he's the most likely to score. Kind of had an off week last week on Thursday Night Football, but he should be bouncing back big on Monday Night Football against the Eagles. We'd play Benjamin.
Looking at a couple of tight ends here, who to start, Darren, Witten or Bennett?
I think you got to go with Bennett just by a hair. Bennett's been good, but that Bears offense has looked a little sloppy. So expect Witten to be in the mix, especially if Brandon Whedon's throwing the ball. So we'd go with Witten there.
Yeah, I was going to ask the follow-up. How do you sort of project the Cowboys, especially with the uncertainty about Tony Romo?
Yeah, I think even if Romo were playing, you wouldn't see too much in terms of passing just because Jacksonville's so bad and DeMarco Murray's so good. You're going to see a lot of Murray, backed up by Lance Dunbar. And you'll see 200, maybe 225 total passing yards. So lots of Jason Witten, lots of Des Bryant, but those guys on the periphery probably aren't going to be worth starts. And then, of course, obviously you want to start Murray if you have him.
Here's one via text asking for flex help. Who to start, Kelvin Benjamin, Michael Crabtree, or Reggie Bush?
I think going back to Benjamin there, just the best potential to score this week. Had an off week. He'll bounce back. We like him.
Who to start, Standard League, Larry Fitzgerald, Odell Beckham, or Terrence Williams?
I think you got to go with Fitz there. Michael Floyd has really dropped off for the Cardinals. Good matchup there at home. Fitzgerald looks to be kind of resurgent with a healthy Carson Palmer. So play Fitz there.
Who to start, running back, Jonathan Stewart or Anthony Dixon?
I think you go Dixon there. The Bills had a week off to kind of sort things out in terms of how they're going to use their two backup backs. So him and Bryce Brown, I think I would go with the veteran there and play Dixon.
Josh asks who to start, Standard League, A.J. Green or Golden Tate?
Well, Megatron's back this week, so I think you got to play A.J. Green. He's not on the injury report tonight. Very good matchup here tonight as well, so I think you got to plug Green in there.
Who to start, Russell Wilson or Matt Stafford?
Well, yeah, again, with Megatron back, that Lion offense is going to be looking a little bit better, so I think you play him against Miami.
This is an all-caps exclamation plea for help. Looking for, and as odd way to ask him, he's looking for 3 of these 5. He's got, so basically you're sitting 2. Larry Fitzgerald, Brandon Cooks, Alshon Jeffrey, James Jones, and Lamar Miller. Which of those three are you starting?
Well, I think let's put it this way. You're sitting Jeffrey and Jones. Just too much inconsistency with the Bear offense right now, and not enough out of James Jones. The other three guys look to have better potential this week. Let
me see if I can squeeze in just a couple of more here. Chris asks, PPR league, who to start, Vincent Jackson or Eddie Lacy?
Vincent Jackson's kind of started to drop off a little bit. Mike Evans is really, really looking good as a rookie. Eddie Lacy's got a nice matchup this week. I think you play Lacy.
Monte Ball or Talaferro?
I think Ball's out again. I'm not sure what his timetable's out,
okay.
But all the projections we're seeing is for Hillman. So Taliaferro, he doesn't get the ball as much as Forsett there for the Ravens, but probably a good chance to score this week. So we'd play Taliaferro.
Cutler or Newton? Who to start?
You got to play Newton. The Bear offense, even with a decent matchup there in Green Bay, just don't like it quite yet. Cam Newton on Monday Night Football should be a passing fest against the Eagles.
Darren Tietkin, who2start.com. That's the numeral 2, who2start.com. They get you personalized fantasy football advice. Plug in the promo code ESPN. They'll give you a discount. Before I let you run, Patrick always in our app always throws in a few zingers. Wants to know who to start, Danny Glover or Carl Weathers. Who would you take?
Man, I love those Lethal Weapon movies. I got to go with Mr. Lethal Weapon there.
How do you go Danny Glover over Apollo Creed?
That's true.
That is later in life, Apollo Creed comes back, and he's Chubbs in Happy Gilmore. Shows off his comedic skill.
And let's not forget his role in Predator as well.
Very true. I mean, look, this is a guy who ripped an alligator's eye out later in life.
You've changed my mind, Matt.
Well, I'm glad I could. Darren Tietkin, again, who2start.com. We'll talk